This is Josh.
How you doing, Josh?
Josh, how long have you been doing working here with us?
It's almost up to 3 years now. Dude.
Oh yeah. He worked at the old shop as well.
Yeah, at the house, yeah.
Yep, at Pottery Lane.
Holding it down. Yeah, keep track of it all, make sure it all gets done, keep the boys on their toes, and
Yep.
yeah, we're good.
One thing that Josh does that I don't think a lot of people think about when they think of shipping is making sure that the unit looks great before it goes to you. So sometimes if he is the eagle eye at the end of the road here that says, "This sucks," and that's great because we need someone to do that. That's super important because that's the last person that sees this before it goes to its new home.
Yep.
And we want it to stay in that new home and be happy.
Well, everything you've ever sent to me was really pretty. I appreciate your work.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now we have to, separate. Lots of times we're having to roll tubes. So like these are a lot of the old tubes we use in the 6A that have the grid cap covers. Sometimes, they're not so pretty. Sometimes, old RCAs.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. Yep.
That is incredible.
Yep. So these are from the 40s and 50s.
Wow.
Yeah, some of them still need to even be cleaned up a little bit. They've just been sitting, collecting dust for 80 years, 70 years. So
amazing.
It's amazing that they are still here and we're able to use them. I'm just, eternally grateful to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see these are raw springs. A lot of times one spring will just be strung out across a pan, and it's just floppy, and that creates that boing effect.
Yeah.
And right now, these springs are pre-tensioned, so they're not so boingy. Some of them get super tight, actually. You can see this one, how taut this is. And all of this is obviously it's a mathematical formula, creating a room. And that's really what Wayne imparted on me as far as the reason for the formula. He made me do the math on this, which I'm not the best at math. So,
so you did not appreciate that homework
I
assignment.
did not appreciate that homework, but I appreciate the fact that I understand it now on that level.
Yeah.
And I'm like I said, I'm grateful to him for teaching me that. He's wrapping the pickup side with fish paper and mu metal, and this is to help reduce pickup. This still is extremely sensitive device. Like we recommend maybe not putting it, like I made the mistake of putting it like underneath an Eventide H3000, and the power transformer is literally located right above where the pickups are on this. And so I noticed the hum from that being picked up. So even with this expensive mu metal we're wrapping around the pickups, still there is some placement considerations we'd have, and that's something that's not talked about often with analog gear, right? Getting it set up and getting it all to play together nice is sometimes a pain in the butt, but it's totally worth it in the end once you find the perfect place for it to live, perfect spot.
So it's 3 springs per tray.
4 trays.
And 4 trays, so 12 springs.
12 springs total, creating that mathematical equation of that echo chamber / room. We use digital calipers to measure how many turns on the spring essentially to cut. But I had to count the springs in the beginning with how he taught me. So I had to count 120, count
my gosh.
Count the turns on the spring to 120 and then cut it, So that's where this all started.